What's up? I'm back again. Today it was so hot in the gym, bro. Well, it was hot, period. It was 100 degrees here today, and I live in a state where there's not really AC in these places. So there's a fan downstairs from where I'm at in this gym, but like that's it. So upstairs it was very hot, and I made the mistake of trying to go at my normal intensity when it was like 30 degrees hotter than usual. And you're going to see the effects of that later in this video. And I'm going to connect these two things because what I want to talk about today is, intensity as it relates to consistency. So when you want to be consistent, the more intensity you put on something, the less amount of time you're gonna be able to do it for. Like, intensity and time are inversely related. And that's not just my opinion. And intensity and time are inversely related. That's just the law of nature. You look at any animals that run fast, a cheetah has to chill out after it runs. It does its little 60 to 70 mile per hour run, and it has to rest. The faster you go, the more rest you're gonna need. The faster you go, the shorter it's gonna last. So that also applies to everything else too. Explosions, impulse. Like, if you think about the reason that you die when you fall off a building is because you smack whatever and it's very intense. It's a short amount of time and it's too much. But that's why if you get like a net, you make it less intense by stretching out the time of the landing. That's just how nature works. If you take off running at full speed, it's gonna last for like 6 seconds, and you're gonna slow down, and you probably won't be able to keep running very far. If you wanted to run for a long time, you'd have to bring the intensity down to make sure that you got through the run, right? So it's the same thing for life. The harder you go on something, the less time you're gonna be able to do it for. The first thing I ask any of my clients is like, can you do this for the rest of your life? If they say they want to do blank, I say, can you see yourself doing that for the rest of your life? Because if we're talking about health, you need to be able to do it for the rest of your life. I don't want to start super intense and then we say, oh, let's pull back and blah, blah. Like, no, let's just start with something that we can be consistent with. And that's for everything, language learning or anything. Just don't do so much that you have to pull back, because that's the best way to fall off. You start too hard, then you got to pull back and you say, I'm just going to rest for this amount of time. I'm just a little burnt out. And then it's been 6 months and you haven't done it at all. Whereas if you start slow, you can always progress. You can always build up. You can always take another step up. And it won't be something that you don't know if you can do. You've been doing something with relatively low intensity. You go, yeah, for sure, I can take this next step up. And then I'll see how I feel after that. Right? So just think about that when you're talking about whatever project that you're about to undertake, your health, language learning, your job, whatever. Don't be so intense that it's gonna force you to take a break. Just be consistent. And like I said, I told you I was gonna connect those topics. I'm about to show you. This is like, I can't remember what round this was, but I was deep into the workout, and shortly after, I almost died. Maybe like 2 rounds afterwards, bro, I like was about to fall over. You're about to see right now.
I'm about to die. I'm shaking. You can't see it. I'm shaking. I took a 1 minute break instead of 30 seconds because I almost died. So be smarter than me.
And so, like I said, when you go too hard, it forces you to pull back. If you look here, bro, I already came in with a predetermined amount of rounds that I was gonna do, so I said I have to finish it, right? But it forced me to pull back so much that I'm just there. Like, obviously I'm moving, I'm hitting the bag, but if I throw with any more power than this, I would fall over, bro. I was like, I just gotta keep moving and just make it through the round. So I wouldn't have had to do that if I wouldn't have been so intense in the beginning. And that's what you wanna avoid. But if you do find yourself in a situation like that, like I just said, instead of just stopping, what you need to do is what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna keep trotting along. I'm gonna do it until I can recover myself, basically. So I did this round that I barely got through. and I took another minute break instead of a 30-second break again. And I felt better. After this round, I did the rest of my rounds. I think I had like 3 or 4 rounds left. And I just made sure that I didn't roll too hard in the beginning, right? I did what I needed to do so that I could have a smooth round instead of a round like this where I'm just like, am I gonna make it through these next however many minutes I had left, right? So, hope y'all got something out of that. The rest of the video is just me breathing hard and about to fall over, so enjoy that. If y'all got any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll make another video about it. Y'all have a good day. Peace.